Alright, Swag Nation, what it do, y'all? It's your boy, number one daddy, Towne P, aka Swag Daddy. I'm doing house hunting with Swag still. Today, I'm gonna go take a tour of Towne Lake a little bit. I know we've already seen Dry Creek. There wasn't much to see, but we seen Dry Creek. I took you guys through Bridgeland. They showed you guys Dragonfly Parking. So today we're gonna pretty much just look at Towne Lake. It's really between three communities: the Falls of Dry Creek, Towne Lake, and Bridgeland. And so today we're going to look at Towne Lake. We've already seen the model, so we're not going to look at a house or anything, but I just kind of wanted to like go to the main point of Towne Lake, the number one selling point of Towne Lake, and that's the boardwalk. The boardwalk is where everything is located at, you know what I'm saying? That's where the actual shops are. You can ride your boat up there. You know, you have all the amenities. You have the actual park that has the pool area. With that pool area, man, you have water slides. You know, it's everything over there. You know what I'm saying? So we're actually in Towne Lake right now. We just actually entered Towne Lake right now as I speak, and it's a very, very immaculate community. It's still being built. They should be, you know, finished being built within the next 3 years. Of course, Bridgeland. You see some of the water probably over there, but of course, if you look at Bridgeland is probably more immaculate when it's all done. That won't be done until 2033, but when it's all said and done, it will be immaculate. It will be a place for you to be wowed at, basically. But right now we're at Towne Lake. I'm finna go hit the boardwalk up. I'll give you some pros and cons to every community that we have here, but we're gonna just go out to the actual boardwalk. I'm going the back way right now to kind of look at the area, kind of get like another glimpse of Towne Lake without me being wowed by what I saw last time. Kind of get like a more sobering I feel about Towne Lake. One thing I did notice on the map is that they do have a few lakes that don't connect to the boardwalk area, you know what I'm saying? And so the boardwalk area is like one of the number one selling points. I want to be able to boat to that boardwalk from my house, and I want a lakefront waterfront property, and that can be very expensive. I talked to Brother Andre after I mentioned us probably considering moving to Towne Lake and wanting that waterfront property. He mentioned that waterfront property can be about $80,000. I didn't confirm that. I'll get more details of that later on, but I did look at the actual map, and it looks like some of the lake does not connect to all of the actual waterfronts. You do have some actual isolated lakes in Towne Lake as well, which that will kind of defeat the purpose. I want to be able to boat to the actual boardwalk. And so we're in Towne Lake. We're actually in one part of it. Let you guys see some views of that. There's some of the lakes over here. Some of the lakes on the other side. A lot of these lakes do connect to the boardwalk. You can actually use your motorboats. As you see, you got motorboats over here, if you guys can see that. And with these motorboats, you can drive these boats up to the community boardwalk. And the community boardwalk have shops. You can do shopping, you can do eating, nice restaurants, all kind of restaurants, nice, cheap, low budget, so on and so forth. But you have beautiful homes out here. A lot of millionaires live here, and this is my favorite community. And I think the thing that kind of sets it apart from Bridgeland, even though Bridgeland is bigger and it has more, this allows you to drive your motorboats. I don't know if you can really do jet skis or anything, or if you can do like any kind of water skiing on the motorboats. I don't know what all you can actually do, but you do have motorboat access. You can drive your boat to the boardwalk and enjoy family time. I mean, it's just a great community. Again, they do have some actual power lines going through the community, and some places, which I really didn't. It's not really an outside. Most of the actual, like where all the homes are, it's just beautiful over here. I mean, y'all, this looks better than Bridgeland. I mean, I'm sorry. Where all the homes are, you don't see any power lines, but if you look way over there, if you can see it, it's like real far off. There are some actual major industrial power lines that kind of go through there. It's an eyesore for some people. I think they do have property over there by the power lines, but it costs a lot of money. That's the actual cheaper properties, actually. And so if you want to live by the actual power lines, you know, you save a few bucks, but you have an eyesore. It's probably harder to sell those homes, but it's not all over the place. But this is a very beautiful community. I'm very in love with Towne Lake so far. And so y'all stay tuned for the tour of the community boardwalk. We're coming up on it right now. And as you can see, this is the community residence center. They do have platforms for you to park and dock your boats. I think you have to pay like an actual fee for that. But this is real nice. You see this, guys? I mean, look at that. That's the actual boardwalk. this is where you can actually drive your boats up to and enjoy all of the wonderful amenities that Towne Lake has to offer. And it looked like it's actually busy. I seen the community center over there, and a shopping center over there in Bridgeland. It was kind of slow and dead because it really wasn't actually jumping it. They had just opened it, but this has been established for quite some time. Like I say, a lot of millionaires moved to this community. One millionaire that came to our church, donated to the church $50,000, which gave every member in the building, every parent, every household, every member, wife and husband, not really the kids, but every adult member had got $500 from this guy, and we got it all in the form of a money order. But we're at the boardwalk, and I'm gonna walk through here and check it out. I'm not giving you guys bad angles. I'm just kind of looking and trying to find somewhere to park. I didn't expect it to be this actual pack, but this is the boardwalk here at Bridgeland. So I got a garbage can right there. There's no parking, but we're gonna check it out, walk the lake, check a few of the views, see what it's all about, see what the fuss is all about. I am impressed. I do like it. It's a nice little shopping center. This is very upscale. I had made a comment that we living amongst millionaires, and that's true in both communities. No matter which community we go to, whether it's Bridgeland or Towne Lake, you're living amongst millionaires. It's some real influential people out here. I mean, even if they're not millionaires, they're like well off. Presidents of companies, CEO companies. There's money in Texas. A lot of oil companies, a lot of energy companies. You have people that have their own businesses. I mean, you see Lamborghinis out here, man. You see Bentleys. You see Rolls Royce. You see everything, man. You know all the actual cars that cost more than most of our homes. You understand what I'm saying? And so we're at Towne Lake. I'm gonna go ahead and give you guys a real quick view of the actual scene here. We'll check it out, and I'll piece it together in my little version of House Hunting with Swag. And right now, again, it's between Towne Lake, Bridgeland, and the Falls of Dry Creek. This one gives us a little more than what we saw at the Falls of Dry Creek. It really didn't give us much. It gave us community center, splash pad, a little playground, lakes that you really don't have access to. It really wasn't nothing there to really see, so you got like a little snippet of that. We saw one park at Bridgeland, which is Dragonfly Park, but again, Bridgeland will probably, in a very near future, if not already, blow Towne Lake away. I'm not gonna lie to you, but even with all the actual things that they're adding, I think Towne Lake will be better for me and the family, for our family, because again, you have the motorboat access, and that makes a difference to be able to have that actual boat. If I can get a lake connected to the main lake that lets you drive up to the boardwalk on my boat, that's a major factor. Even with this, they're supposed to be in this actual big water causeway. Brother Andre told me about it. He said that in Bridgeland, it's gonna be like the Riverwalk in San Antonio. I was like, oh man, they're gonna do that. Probably have to drive to it, but like, man, that's for those of you that been in San Antonio on the Riverwalk, it's beautiful. I first saw it at Fort Sam when I was there doing my AIT at Fort Sam, Houston, being a medic, and we go there every weekend, and then I take the family there every now and then, and San Antonio's Riverwalk is beautiful, but like when I researched it myself, it talked about making that waterway like Allen Parkway here in Houston. Allen Parkway is very nice. It has like a lot of, and like, it sounds part of what Bridgeland's vision is. They want a community that gives you the parks, trails, family time, walking. People walk and jog up and down Allen Parkway. It's nothing like San Antonio's Riverwalk. Don't get any restaurants down there. You can't, because it'll flood out anyway whenever it rains too hard. But it's a very nice area. People walk. They walk. They have like a lot of dog parks. Pet parks. Man, you can run. It's very beautiful. It's Allen Parkway is nice, and that would be a nice addition for Bridgeland to have that. But again, the thing that hurts Bridgeland, in my opinion, set aside from the price, is the fact that you can't have motorized boats. Everything has to be paddle. And your canoe, kayak, your regular paddle boats. You can even get those things for free, just being in that community that's part of your HOAs, and so you can't access those things. But again, no motorized boats, and I want a motorized boat. I don't have that water, man. But y'all stay tuned. We're gonna go ahead and tour this boardwalk here at Towne Lake. We're gonna check it out, man, and see what it's all about, and see what the fuss is all about, and see if we like it, to see if it's something that I would even care about doing on occasion, which I know I would. And let me stop fronting, but y'all hold on, be strong.